Now, since one of my older PodVids has over 200 views now, I figured that I'd be doing a sequel. So, here it is. And it is simply called Sonic Colors Ultimate Temporarily Jumped Ship to Epic Games Store 2 Battle and Knuckles. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's just called the Sonic Colors Ultimate Cycle. So I'm going to talk about what has happened since I uploaded that PodVid 5 months ago, and since then, Sonic Colors have not popped up on Steam yet, or on any other online store. Sonic Colors Ultimate was released not only on the Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and on PC through the Epic Games Store and yeah, I know the Epic Games Store has not had one of the most stellar receptions. I do realize that. Now, like I said previously, I have no problems with a game going multiplat. That's not the reason why I'm upset. I am upset over the fact that Sonic Colors Ultimate was initially meant to be on Steam in the beginning, but then Epic jumped in the middle and they made the game exclusive on their platform for the time being. But you know what? The 1-year Epic exclusivity deal might as well be a good thing, because I'm sad to report that the game was released in a buggy, glitchy mess. When I heard that Sonic Colors Ultimate was released in such a state, an old memory from the mid-2000s came back to me. The Sonic cycle, and how I became a fan of Sonic. Back then, SEGA would announce a new Sonic game. A lot of people's hopes were restored, my hope was restored, and then sometime later, SEGA would release their hyped up Sonic game, and it sold very well. People talked, people played, and people reviewed that. But not for all the right reasons. Sonic 06, Sonic and the Secret Ring, and Sonic and the Black Knight didn't sell well because they were something revolutionary, or because they were great games. No. These games were talked about, let's played, and reviewed because of how bad they were. And they wanted to tell their friends about it, or tell people around the world. And I guess that was the selling point, I guess? Because a lot of people just couldn't believe what they were playing. They couldn't believe how far SEGA and Sonic had fallen from grace. But you know what they say, any kind of press is good press. And then after some time had passed, SEGA would announce a new Sonic game. A lot of people's spirits were revived. They were thinking, this time, things will be different. Fast forward, SEGA released their mystery game, Half-Baked. A lot of people got upset with that reality, so they wanted to let their friends on the internet know about that. They talked about it, the game sold well for it, and etc, etc, etc. And the cycle goes on. This is what is known as the Sonic cycle. Now, I've known about the Sonic cycle even back when I was a teen in the mid-2000s. I've known about it for a very long time, but it's not only that. Because, you know what, back then, I never noticed that SEGA would release their games yearly. I never noticed that. That is another reason why their games don't succeed so well. Because SEGA seems to be on a deadline, it seems. But you know, I don't think it's always been like this. SEGA used to develop some great Sonic games in the 1990s. You know, the Sonic trilogy, and Knuckles, CD, and Adventure. And I am of the opinion that the last Sonic game that SEGA released and actually developed themselves was Sonic Adventure 2 on the Sega Dreamcast, released in 2001. By the way, that was a game that made me a fan of the franchise, actually, because I borrowed my classmate's copy of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the Nintendo GameCube, and that settled it. And this was in either 2006 or 2008 or so. By the way, that classmate wasn't just some random classmate. He is also my friend, even though we haven't talked to each other in a long time. No, I don't hate him, I don't. I still perceive him as one of my friends, even to this day, even all these years later. Because, you know, life goes on, and when you go on with life, you may or may not lose some people on the way. So it goes. But who knows, maybe one day I'll happen upon him again, and I'll let him know that I enjoyed our friendship all those years ago. And I'll let him know that I was very grateful that his mom and dad were so nice to me. Back then in the 2000s, I was a big Sonic fan, but not so anymore. And back then, when the Sonic cycle was at its apex, mid to late 2000s, I was always naively, you know, wishing and hoping that this time, or maybe this time, or maybe this time, or maybe this time, things would be different, but it never came to it. No. No. If Sega would ever make a dramatic comeback, then somebody else would have to do it for them. And it has, by the way, it has. I think you know which game I'm talking about, don't you? Sonic Mania. And that game wasn't even developed by Sega, not in-house. Now when it comes to a game like Sonic Mania, I am ever so thankful that dedicated fans like that do exist. And if it wasn't for them, then Sonic Mania would never have happened. Now Sonic Mania may be a game that has the Sega stamp on it, if you know what I mean. But there are other kinds of quote-unquote Sonic games that Sega themselves might as well have developed, if only they cared enough. There's fan games like P06, Project 06, Sonic Smackdown, Sonic World, and Sonic Roboblast 2. But of course, there have been some Sonic games that are not that good. Like, in my opinion, Sonic.exe is not a good game. There's even some Sonic games with bad intentions, like Sonic Gather Battle or Sonic Omen. But a few bad apples aside, I have a lot of faith in Sonic's unofficial fan game community than what I have for Sega. And as long as the Sonic cycle keeps on going, because Sonic Colors Ultimate is proof of that, then I don't have much faith in Sega anymore. I don't. I think it is shameful that fan games like Sonic Smackdown and an outside sourced game like Sonic Mania would put Sonic back on track for them, for Sega. And these types of games, they generate better buzz, better review scores than what Sega themselves could have done. That's very sad. I don't really know why Sega doesn't want to take their time with their games anymore. I mean, it looks that way to me at least. Maybe Sega is still stuck in the 1990s, or maybe they don't realize that there are other games and franchises out there that isn't just Sonic the Hedgehog. Because, you know, the Sonic games are not the only games in the world with that type of story structure or storytelling. And it's not the only franchise that puts its gameplay and emphasis on speed and high score. No, because I can think of one game that fits that description and can also be a good substitute for the Sonic games. Devil May Cry. Or any other game developed by Platinum Games. When I heard about the bugs and glitches in Sonic Colors Ultimate, I just can't help but feel nervous about the up-and-coming Sonic show, Sonic Prime, and their upcoming Sonic game, Sonic Rangers, or is it called Sonic Frontiers now? Or I am not so sure anymore. I am not keeping up with Sonic anymore as I used to. No, because I'm not as interested in Sonic as I used to be. Once in a while I will pop my head to see what's going on, and then when I hear that the new Sonic game has been announced, I'm like, oh okay, let's see what happens. Are people going to bash it again? Or is Sonic actually coming back this time? And yeah, the Sonic cycle. But apart from the games, my interest for Sonic the Hedgehog nowadays is for the comic books by IDW. As I am recording and editing this PodVid, I am currently on the issue Imposter Syndrome, issue number 1, and on the main line, I'm on issue 46. And as I am reading IDW's Sonic comic books, I keep thinking to myself, boy, why can't the story in the games be as good as the comic books? I mean, of all the writers that Sega picked out of the blue for Sonic Colors, they chose the writers for Happy Tree Friends and Mad World? Of all the writers. So, I mean, you know, maybe next time Sega could try to hire the IDW writers for a story for the next game and problem solved. Okay, so since the trailer for Sonic Frontiers dropped on December 10th, I have to re-record and squeeze this in and let you all know that this project initially started around early December, and at the time when I wrote the script, recorded, and edited this podvid, the Sonic Frontier trailer hadn't been released yet, and I did not know that Ian Flynn would be part of Sonic Frontier's production. I did not know that. I gotta give Mega Beatman kudos for letting me know. I cursed myself for not uploading this podvid much sooner. If I had done so, then never mind. But anyways, let's get back to this long overdue podvid, shall we? I think I'll cap off today's episode by mentioning that Sonic Colors Ultimate is currently on patch 1.05 or maybe 2.06. It seems the game is more stable and functional, so they say. Now, that's all I wanted to say for today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. You'll hear from me again. Bye bye for now. Now, when it comes to a game like Sonic Mania, I am ever so thankful that we have fan game communities. And let's see, fan game communities. And on the main line, I think I'm on issue. Hang on, let's see here. Hang on a second, I need to. Is it 46? 46, right? 46. I'm on issue 46. I'm currently on issue 46.